Okay, one thing that I'm learning being where I am in life right now is that I genuinely want support. Like the same energy that I pour into others and the same energy that I'm like, pretty much the energy that I provide to others, I want them to provide it to me too. And I was actually taking it in with my last relationship. So I was with this guy, and he had a bunch of, side businesses, side ventures that he was starting off or he was still working on, or he's like, successful in whatever. And whatever he would do and like whatever idea he would like share with me, I would encourage him. I would like give him more ideas and stuff for him to do better. But I feel like when it came to me, it was like kind of like he would like question all of my ideas instead of just encouraging me. And sometimes in life, when I ask for support, I don't really just want it to be like, oh, like my stuff, share my stuff, etc. But I want it to be where it's like, you're giving me that same energy push that I'm giving you, you're giving it back to me. And I feel like, not everybody's obliged or obligated to do it. But I feel like if you're my friend, why wouldn't you want to do it? You know what I mean? Or if you're my person, why wouldn't you want to like encourage me to do better and be better? And it just started making me realize, like, I don't know, like, yes, I've had, a loving mother that's taking care of me and stuff like that, and I have family. But I also do feel like my whole life I've been kind of like alone in certain areas. Like I feel like I kind of had to raise myself in certain areas and stuff, and I'm still learning myself. So the fact that like, you know, when you turn to your peoples or whatever, the people that you chose, when they don't provide that same support, it kind of makes you feel weird. It kind of makes you feel like, damn, like, why aren't you supporting me? You know what I mean? And it does get really frustrating because I'm like, why am I with you if you don't want to support me? Why do I always feel like I have to support you but you can support me? So that's the whole thing about support. And one thing that I'm aiming for is to have more people in my life that support me versus comparing themselves to me. Um, I had an example of like an old friend and how she would like share all of her videos and stuff to make us comment on it, etc., etc. And she would do it for all her posts. But like people do that, that's normal. But she would send like a whole paragraph and she'd be like, this is how I felt that day and this, that, like, and she would send it to everybody and everybody would just like and comment, etc., etc. But I'm at a point where it's like, I don't want to force you to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're around me, I don't want it to be where it's like you're forcing yourself to fuck with me. Like, I want you to fuck with me because you want to fuck with me. And there's always a difference. Like, you can always feel when somebody doesn't really fuck with you like that because whenever you do good or you have really good ideas and then you share with them, which is another thing I'm working on, not sharing shit with people prematurely, is, sometimes they really do be preying on your downfall. I had another example was like, I used to have a friend that used to drive me all the time, everywhere. Finally, I got my own car. And I was kind of expecting that person to be happy for me for getting my own car. And the energy of that person was very like when someone's not happy for you, but then they camouflage it with like acting like they are. That was the energy, and I felt the energy obviously, and it made me realize that like, just because you're doing better for yourself, and in your head you're thinking, hey, I'm doing better for myself. You don't have to drive me as much everywhere because like I have a car now, so like I can even start driving us. But the fact that like I even got the car was kind of like, oh, why she get the car? You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, like sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh. And that's kind of how I feel like with life right now. And like, the people that are not in my life anymore, like my ex, like it's like, why are you only satisfied with me being like, like why are you only satisfied with me being dependent on you? Why can't you show me the wings to be independent?